A woman pours her heart and soul into the man who understands exactly how to use his weapon in order to bring her complete satisfaction. The reality is that a woman naturally carries much more passion and intensity than a man. And because of that, she is instinctively drawn toward the man who is able to satisfy her completely. She doesn't just like him casually, she ends up preferring him above everyone else. Today, we are going to uncover the single thing that makes a woman the wettest, the most excited, and even entirely obsessed. The thing that, once a man gives it to her, she will always choose him, never forget what he gave her, and never want to leave his side. But before we dive into it, I need to say this. I'm on a mission to reach 1,000 subscribers and 500 likes. Your one simple click matters so much. It keeps my effort alive and makes sure my hard work isn't wasted. Please support me, share this video with your partner, and drop a comment down below. Alright, let's begin. There is one technique that can make a woman completely addicted to you, and that is satisfying her with your tongue. Yes, you heard that right. Countless women absolutely love oral pleasure even before intimacy officially begins. When a man skillfully uses his tongue to arouse her before even thinking about penetration, she slips into a state of full heat. Her body begins to respond in ways beyond her control. She becomes wetter, more sensitive, and already close to release. And here's the reason why this works so powerfully. Oral satisfaction builds an incredible intensity. It's not only about physical stimulation, it's about how it makes her feel desired, worshipped, and completely acknowledged as a woman. Your warm breath, your slow teasing movements, and the deliberate strokes of your tongue send waves of ecstasy rushing through her body, making her lose herself in the moment. By the time you finally give her your weapon, she is already primed, already ready. And if you've done it the right way, she can reach climax within just 3 minutes of penetration, sometimes even faster. That is the power of preparing her body with oral satisfaction. Here's a deeper truth. Women place far greater value on physical satisfaction and emotional connection than they do on money or material things. Yes, gifts, dinners, and luxuries can make her smile, but they cannot provide the deep, body-shaking release that makes her truly loyal to you. The man who can give her that kind of peace and pleasure is the man she will always desire, the one she will never want to let go of. So if you want to become unforgettable, learn how to use your tongue first, before anything else. Give her that satisfaction right away, and you will become the man she cannot stop thinking about. The second technique is just as crucial. A woman doesn't only want attention, she craves firmness. She wants your weapon to be at its fullest strength, completely solid and unshakably hard. Women absolutely love that strong, powerful feeling. It makes them feel fully taken, deeply wanted, and completely connected in the moment. But to reach this level of hardness, you cannot rush. You need to take your time and focus on her most sensitive areas, her chest, her hips, the curve of her waist, even the back of her neck. These are hidden switches on her body. The more you pay attention to them, the more her body will respond, and in turn, the stronger you will respond. Before intimacy begins, create the atmosphere slowly with deliberate touches and kisses, keeping the stimulation steady until you've reached your maximum firmness. This isn't only about physical readiness, it's about meeting her passion with the same intensity. The hotter and more excited she becomes, the stronger you must be to keep up with her. A soft or half-ready approach will never allow her to fully surrender and enjoy herself. But when you meet her passion with unwavering firmness, every movement feels more intense. She senses your strength, she feels your desire, and she gives herself up completely, knowing you can handle her at her most passionate. This is how a simple encounter turns unforgettable, leaving her body and mind marked with your presence long after it's over. And once you consistently give her this level of strong connection, she won't just want you, she'll crave you every single time. The third technique is endurance. A woman doesn't just want hardness, she also longs for lasting power. She wants intimacy to last long enough for her to release multiple times, sometimes even 3 times in just one session. This is especially true for younger women who, as they begin to explore intimacy, crave not just intensity but also duration. They don't want it to end quickly. They want the experience to build wave after wave, making them feel more alive with each moment. A woman wants to reach her peak again and again, and this is only possible if the man has developed both his timing and his stamina. Without endurance, he may satisfy her once, but with true stamina, he can take her through multiple peaks in a single night, creating a bond she will never forget. One effective technique for lasting longer is to briefly withdraw for 1 or 2 seconds during intimacy, then re-enter. This tiny pause not only helps you extend your time, but it also gives her body a chance to reset slightly, allowing her to climb toward another intense release. When done skillfully, this method can allow her to release up to 3 times in one encounter. A man who can give his woman 3 peaks in a single night is rare and incredibly fortunate. Why? Because a woman who experiences that type of satisfaction will never want to let him go. She won't just remember the pleasure, she'll remember who gave it to her, and she will hold on to him with both her body and her heart. Here's the truth. Many men may have heard of 1 or 2 of these techniques, but very few master all 3. And this is where the true magic lies. Because when you are the man who can combine all 3 skills into one seamless and unforgettable experience, you're not only making her feel good in the moment, you're creating something much deeper. When you warm her up so much that her body is calling out for you before intimacy has even started, when she melts under your touch because you've awakened every nerve, every thought, and every heartbeat, then you've already won half the battle before the first real step begins. This first stage is about anticipation, not rushing. Think of it like pulling back a bowstring. The more time and care you spend in building that tension, the more powerful the release will be when it finally happens. Most men rush too soon, but if you master patience, you will learn the art of holding back just enough to make her ache for your next move. Then comes the second technique, the strength and hardness she craves. For her, this is far more than just physical, it is symbolic. Firmness is confidence made physical. It tells her silently, I'm here, I'm ready, I want you completely. It becomes a language of power and security without speaking a word. When she feels your firmness matching her fire, she relaxes into you, trusting you to guide her through the experience. Without it, a part of her will remain guarded, but when you bring it fully, she surrenders, she lets go, and intimacy becomes something beyond the physical. It becomes a shared space where emotions, body, and trust all fuse into one. And then there's the third technique, endurance. Most men never truly give her this. Not just lasting for the sake of lasting, but lasting with intention, long enough to take her to new places, long enough for her to release, recover, and rise again, wave after wave, until she feels as though she's crossed into another world. Especially for younger women or those just beginning to embrace intimacy, this combination of intensity and duration is intoxicating. They don't want it over quickly. They want to lose themselves in the rhythm, to ride it, to feel that deep rise and release again and again. And when you can take her there, when you can give her not 1, not 2, but 3 full peaks in one night, you're not just satisfying her, you're rewriting her definition of pleasure. The truth most men miss is that endurance isn't only about stamina, it's about pacing. It's knowing when to push forward and when to slow down, when to give her a moment to breathe before taking her higher again. A short pause, just a few seconds of withdrawal, can be enough to reset her energy and prepare her for the next wave. This is how you make multiple peaks possible. And the man who gives her this, the one who takes her from craving your touch before it starts, to feeling your strength in the moment, to trembling under wave after wave, becomes unforgettable. Not just because of physical pleasure, but because you've touched her mind, her heart, and her memory. You've set the standard, and once that standard is set, no man after you can lower it. Every kiss she receives, every touch she feels from another man, will unconsciously be compared to you. Her body will remember, her heart will remember, and her mind will recall how naturally you seemed to know what she needed. You'll be the reason she smiles at random times, the reason her thoughts drift back to you during her day, the reason her pulse quickens when she hears your name. Because once you've unlocked this part of her, she will not just want you, she will need you. Not from weakness, but from the undeniable truth that you've awakened something she didn't know could exist. Master these 3 secrets, and you will never be just another man in her life. You will become the man she cannot imagine living without. With that kind of connection, both physical and emotional, your relationship will rise above the ordinary. It will become unshakable. Because attraction might bring two people together, but it's this combination of unforgettable intimacy and emotional security that keeps them together. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.